Hey, it's Jordan with Status Coup. 5 days away from Nina Turner's second matchup against Shontel Brown, this time a congressional primary as opposed to a special election last summer. And boy, is the floodgates opening in terms of the super PACs. But I thought to myself, you know what? As I reported yesterday, Reid Hoffman, one of Silicon Valley's most wealthy vultures, co-founder of LinkedIn, co-founder of PayPal, major donor to all things Democrats. I was wondering, why is he getting involved in Cleveland, Ohio's 11th district? And if you missed it yesterday, let me show you what I mean by being involved. Now, though, Hoffman appears to be acting out of concern for the party's ideological drift. Hoffman is effectively mainstream Democrats' anchor donor, and that's referring to mainstream Democrats' PAC anchor donor, making a $500,000 donation just 8 days after the group quietly launched in February. Remember that February launch. That's going to come in handy later. Of the 1 million mainstream Democrats PAC has raised in total, I'm told much of the other 500,000 has been raised by Hoffman and his team. The logic? Hoffman agrees with conventional wisdom that Democrats are likely heading for a hard defeat in the November midterms, but he is particularly concerned about a few high-profile progressive standouts that could be used to tar the party's brand on place like Fox News, according to a person close to the group. A spokesperson for the Super PAC, whose existence hasn't previously been reported, declined to answer questions. The group did, however, disclose in a new FEC filing that it is targeting Nina Turner, the far-left Bernie acolyte, who is primarying an incumbent Democratic Congresswoman, Shontel Brown, in an election next week. And there is one other clue. Mainstream Democrats share staff, offices, and other resources with another PAC that has gone after Turner, the Democratic Majority for Israel. So you might say, well, maybe that's why Reid Hoffman has dumped in $500,000 to this brand new PAC that was launched in February, because they share an office with Democratic Majority for Israel, which dumped in millions of dollars to defeat Turner in August and has already donated $900,000 to defeat her again. But then I got thinking, nah, that doesn't do it for me. So I started looking, who's Reid Hoffman besties with? Well, maybe you won't be surprised, but apparently Reid Hoffman was besties with Hillary Clinton. Let's take a look from Recode. Hoffman had a very different plan on November 8th, 2016. For months, he had been quietly advising Hillary Clinton as the Democratic presidential contender formed her views on technology. In Clinton, Hoffman had found a sharp, seasoned candidate, receptive to his ideas, including a desire to rethink U.S. education. And in Hoffman, the former Secretary of State had embraced a walking, talking Rolodex who could connect Democrats to the well-heeled tech types they needed to fund their bid for the White House and eventually support Clinton's administration. By election night, Hoffman figured his work was just beginning. He had even spoken to Clinton's team about sliding from his loose advisory role during the campaign into some sort of position aiding her expected transition to the presidency. It would have been a powerful perch, affording Hoffman a unique chance to shape an Oval Office by helping to handpick some of the very people who could compose and advise it. So Reid Hoffman, advising Hillary Clinton during the 2016 campaign, apparently had some agreement that he would join the administration in some type of tech role, and of course, raised a hell of a lot of money for Hillary Clinton. He was part of a list of other tech titans, including Lauren Powell Jobs, the widow of Steve Jobs, that raised over $100,000 for Hillary Clinton. That's just raising money for Hillary Clinton, not including how much money he donated to Hillary Clinton. So big donor to Hillary Clinton, informal advisor during the campaign, and was expecting to join her campaign. Bestie to Hillary Clinton. Well, let's take a look at, when did mainstream Democrats PAC start donating? Well, this is their independent expenditures, mainstream Democrats PAC, for the year 2022, this year. According to the Federal Election Commission, the first two independent expenditures I see are against Nina Turner. When? Not in February, when mainstream Democrats PAC launched, but about a week and a half ago. April 14th. Today's April 28th. $100,000. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Why is the Reid Hoffman funded Super PAC, which was founded in secret in February, nothing reported about it? If they wanted it to be reported, trust me, Reid Hoffman has the speed dials of major media. Their first big spending spree is on Nina Turner's campaign, $100,000 to Dover Strategy Group. So mainstream Democrats PAC donated $100,000 to Dover Strategy Group for direct mail advertising, which is the lies they're mailing out right now against Nina Turner on behalf of Shontel Brown. Well, I took a look at Dover Strategy Group. And what I found is Emily Campbell and Chris Esposito are both partners in the group. Who were they with? Longtime veterans of Emily's List, the women's advocacy group. Now, I think Emily's List does great things on abortion and other things, but on economics and corruption, they don't particularly give a damn and have supported corrupt candidates like Hillary Clinton for ages. Understandably, they would support a woman president, and they don't mind political corruption and the status quo on one side while doing good things on the other side for women's rights, etc. Well, Emily's List, Hillary Clinton was basically Emily's List female Jesus in most of her political career. This is just Hillary Clinton gets heroes welcome at Emily's List Gala before she announced her second run for president. And this is a pro-Clinton group teaming up with Emily's List, hoping to energize women voters. The Super PAC backing Hillary Clinton's presidential campaign, Priorities USA, is joining forces with Emily's List to raise $20 million to engage women voters through paid media in key battleground states. So let's rewind. You got mainstream Democrats PAC launches in February, right? Apparently, according to the FEC, their first expenditures are a week and a half. Well, let me look at the calendar here so I have it exactly right. The election is on the May 3rd. They donated on the 14th. So basically under less than 3 weeks before the election, that's when their first expenditures are against Nina Turner. Tell me, why would Reid Hoffman, a Silicon Valley titan, particularly want to focus on Ohio 11? Nina Turner has a lot of policies that she's known for: Medicare for all, Green New Deal, et cetera, et cetera. I haven't heard her be a big speaker on big tech, breaking up big tech, anything like that. So again, why does Reid Hoffman care so much about Ohio 11 to the point the first expenditures for this PAC, which if he's the main donor, he's calling the shots where the money's going, is Ohio 11? Well, remember, folks, Democratic majority for Israel has supported Hillary Clinton in the past. They definitely supported Joe Biden against Bernie Sanders, but they definitely supported Hillary Clinton against Bernie in 2016. Then you look at the timing. Their first expenditures are 3 weeks before the election. Now, let me explain to you. I've been around the block a few times. These PACs would not be flooding the zone in Ohio, in Cleveland, if Shontel Brown's internal polling was showing that she had a road to a safe victory, meaning she was polling significantly ahead of Nina Turner. The reason that all this money is flooding in last minute from oil barons, from crypto billionaires, from Reid Hoffman to Shontel Brown is because they're not comfortable that Shontel Brown is going to win. You also know that if Shontel Brown had a safe margin in polling, her campaign would have leaked her internal polling, just like Nina Turner's campaign had leaked their internal polling last time because she was up significantly. This is just politics 101. So to me, there's direct links here to Hillary Clinton, who, make no mistake, there's a lot of people who, for whatever reason, aren't supporting Nina Turner this time. But in 2015, she spurned Hillary Clinton in Ohio. She did not endorse Hillary Clinton. She had discussions with the Clinton campaign, didn't formally endorse. They believed she was going to endorse, which they wanted for Cleveland because of Nina Turner's history in Cleveland. And she spurned them for Bernie. When you cross the Clintons, that's like a political mafia act. You are on the naughty list for life. And remember, Hillary Clinton did not allow Nina Turner to introduce Bernie Sanders on stage at the 2016 Democratic National Convention, causing a shitstorm of Bernie delegates to storm out in support of Nina Turner. So, I don't know. Reid Hoffman doesn't have a straight line explanation for why he cares about this race. Hillary Clinton hates Nina Turner with a fiery hate. Hillary Clinton doesn't want to get her paws into this publicly. I think there's a direct line to Hillary Clinton here. I think this is a shadow operation by Hillary Clinton with many of the super PACs that supported Hillary Clinton trying to take out Nina Turner. I don't think Reid Hoffman's support here is because he's worried about Nina Turner winning and Fox News painting Nina Turner in a way that would be bad for the Democratic Party. That's a bunch of nonsense. This is a Hillary-sanctioned hit politically on Nina Turner. You could support Nina Turner or you don't have to support Nina Turner. It's not for me to tell you what to do, but it is for me to report what's going on. Of course, this is my educated opinion based on the money, based on the timeline of the donations. But to me, this is a clear Hillary Clinton shadow operation based on who's given the money, who he gave the money to, which is basically a digital mailing shop and digital consulting shop that is run by Emily's List veterans. And Emily's List veterans are basically one of the same with the Hillary Clinton campaign. He could have chosen any consulting firm or digital firm to put out mailers in Ohio. There's a reason he chose Dover Group. So we'll continue covering this. As a reminder, I will be in Cleveland on the ground covering this campaign. We start Sunday covering the campaign, and we'll be there Sunday, Monday, and of course on Election Day, Tuesday. And who knows, if it's too close to call Tuesday, we'll obviously stay and cover that. Please support us. Please support us by joining as a member. StatusCoup.com/join. You can become a member for as low as $5 to $10 a month. This is how we continue, and this is how we grow. We've gotten a lot of signups over the last few days. I want to continue that. I'm actually driving to Cleveland. That's a lot of gas. Hotel for myself and Colin, my cameraman producer. Food. Colin actually has to get more equipment for this trip. Usually we fly, but I'm trying to drive. My wife is immunocompromised, and with flights right now and no masks and this new variant spreading, I'm just taking that extra precaution. So I'll be driving there. But this is how you support on the ground reporting. $5 to $10 a month. You could also, as a member, you also get perks. Our monthly members call through Zoom, which we'll be doing later this month. It's a lot of fun. You ask questions, comments, I talk, you guys talk. We have a members Discord channel for members and also behind the scenes videos for members from the road. So sign up there, statuscoup.com/join. If you can't sign up as a member, you can sign up for our text list. And that gives you a text messages when we go live, and we will be live several times on the road from Cleveland. YouTube doesn't always like to notify you when we're live, meaning about 30% of the time. So definitely sign up for our text list. It's free, statuscoup.com/text. Thanks for watching.